What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to use a peek back technique at the top of the route. Okay, so there's a great technique that you guys can use to create some separation on your routes, get this DB to think vertical, and we can create some separation. Okay, but also, fellas, if you guys want to improve your route running in 10 days, you want a 10-day step-by-step schedule with all of the moves at the top of the route, all the things you can do off the line to create some separation. Check out that very first link in the description for a full 10-day step-by-step drill process of how you guys can improve your route running. We talk about snapping down, we talk about speed cuts, we talk about all the different moves you could do and drills to work those moves. Hope we get you guys on that soon. Let's get started. So Rondale Moore is going to be running this dive release, or this threat and release as some like to call it, and working this speed out off a peek back. So this is just textbook what you want to do off the line of scrimmage and what you want to do at the top of the break to get separation on this like speed out against press coverage. Okay, so this is a release that I work with my receivers over and over and over again, so it's cool to see somebody at this high of a level to do it, right? So you see when he comes off here, he's going to work this dive release. So what is a dive release? It's where you take 2 steps to the inside. It's like the opposite of a diamond, right? So a diamond is where you take 3 steps to the outside, get this DB to turn his hips, and you break back underneath on a slant. This is like a dive, or some people call it a threat and release, where you just take these 2 steps. It could be 3 steps, because you see how he kind of takes this little like almost like balance step. I wouldn't call it a false step, because again, it's very hard to just step straight across your frame. Some guys can do it, some guys can't, right? So it's very important that you don't waste too much time, but also you get yourself together so you can really explode out and take 2 steps and sell like you're trying to cross this guy's face. Okay, so if we could get him to move off that platform and we create all this space for me, I know I'm going to be able to get some separation on this. But this dive release doesn't work if you don't commit your hips and you don't commit your shoulders, because in man coverage, what does this guy not want to do? Especially if he's a little bit inside shade like he is, and we gave him a little bit of cushion, maybe like a yard off. He doesn't want to chase you, especially in a real game. This is not the best one-on-one release. I'm going to tell you that right now. But in a real game, it's one of the best releases. You see guys like Tyler Lockett use it all the time. When you take 2 steps across this guy's face, he really believes that he does not want to chase you 53 yards across the field. He's not want to chase because he's got no help over there. That's why he's inside shade in the first place. So if we can actually sell this and actually be fast, and I'm able to put the brakes on and make this sudden break right here, I get him to be completely off that platform, completely jump to the outside, and then I can burst back up and create some space. Now, he could run a fade off of this. He could snap it off and run a comeback. He could run a corner, but decide we go with an out route. So now we're talking about a peek back technique. That's the theme of this video. So I wanted to include that because this peek back doesn't work against press if you don't get that guy off the line. So now when he works this peek back, right? That's his first inside step. He's running this out route off of his 3rd inside. You see how he doesn't peek back till his 2nd, right? You see how he starts giving those eyes on his 2nd inside step. Now, I love that he doesn't just peek back at the last second, because that's what a lot of guys will do. They'll push up vertical to about 10 yards. They'll peek back at the very last second, and then they go. What do you think is going to get a DB more? When we're peeking back on the 2nd step and we hold that same peek back for 3 steps and we get him to turn those hips and then I break it off, or I just throw my eyes at the last second and make this real slow break? It's going to be where you hold your eyes, because when you hold your eyes like this and you peek back, hold it for 3 steps, this DB is thinking fade. He does not want to get beat, especially when we punk him off the line like that. So it's real important now also that when you guys peek back for those 2 steps, you don't lean back, because you see how he's got great pad level right here, but when he peeks back, he doesn't pop his chest up. He doesn't chop his feet. Those are the biggest mistakes that receivers make when they make a peek back technique, especially when they're running like a comeback, right? They'll get to about maybe like their 2nd inside, they peek back, then their feet start chopping because they lean back with their pad level because they're looking all the way back. It's just a little glance over your left shoulder to threaten this guy vertical, and then I just have this nice sudden break and pop this thing off. And you see, because he's got such great pad level, and you see how he doesn't round his hips either. What a lot of guys will do, especially on a peek back, they'll start to drift towards the direction of the break. You guys want to make sure that we stay committed with my hips forward. I want to sell vertical until the last possible second so I can have this just sudden break, shoot my foot in the grass, and then I'm able to accelerate out, win this race back to the ball, and make this play. It's a great job right here by Rondale Moore. Let's watch it again full speed one more time. So great dive release, peek back, break this thing off, and accelerate out towards the sideline. Great job. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And also, if you want to improve your route running in 10 days, you guys, 10 days step-by-step drill process to improve your route running, check out that very first link in the description. Hope we get you guys on that soon. I'll see you guys next time.